You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
So here's the former UFC light heavyweight champion, Jon Jones. In nearly every fight, he's going to have a massive reach advantage. So we'll see what he chooses to do here in the early going, if he leans on the grappling or the wrestling. But that reach is a very powerful thing in modern-day mixed martial arts. It's one thing to have a reach advantage. It's another thing to use it as masterfully as Jon Jones has done in the past.
Oh, he's got him inside of the octagon. He got his back. He needs to get his hips and lift, and Matt return him so that he can start to make him grapple with him. An early takedown lands.
Jones is attempting to pass here, but he's denied by the defense. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do you do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Well, we talked about that reach advantage as you see him land the straight punch there. Great job using his length in that situation.
He gets to the single collar tie. Look for him to keep that elbow tight and throw punches with his free hand.
He's looking for that left hand. Not there. All right, no surprise to see Johnny Bones Jones open with some of those long-range weapons and finding some early success in this fight.
That's exactly what he does. He throws the front kick to the leg, and he throws those lead kicks to the body. He's long, he's 6'4" for the weight class, and he has learned masterfully how to fight with his height and his range. All those long-range weapons are Jon Jones' calling upon.
Takedown defense holds up. Jones is bleeding from the mouth, Daniel. Looks as though there's a cut on his lip. Thankfully, he's a lot tougher than I am. Big strike lands.
Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that finish. Oh!
Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start to drive knees over and over. You got to be careful here. You got to move. Oh, big punch lands. Way to hide that leg kick. Jeez, you can hear that.
Oh!
Big right hand. He does a great job getting out of that clinch position. What a great way of mixing up his attacks. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high with the low, and now he's got him hurt very badly.
Oh!
Oh, beautiful level change. Nice transition.
Pereira gets back up. All right, so an opportunity goes by the boards. He had him stunned, nearly finished, and now his opponent has recovered.
His opponent recovered. Now he's got to deal with everything again. He should have got the fight finished at that time.
The right hand just misses. Oh, nice land there by Johnny Bones. Mike Winklejohn told me before the fight you haven't seen 30% of what Jon Jones does in the gym, and starting to show you some of those new wrinkles here tonight. Well, the octagon, not a great place to be when you're looking for a rest or a stool. His stamina has been a huge issue tonight.
It's abandoned him.
Oh, Jones gets the double leg takedown. Nice job there, disguising his entry.
Knee on belly. He's ready to go. He landed it perfectly. Perfect placement. Perfect position. What a huge blow in a big moment in this fight.
Jones has got the full mount.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
So under 30 seconds to go in what has been a pretty entertaining and active first round. All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
Jones is looking to pass out of the half guard here and get that side control, but he is denied by the opposition. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Heading back to the corner now after a competitive round. And Jones's corner has some work to do. They're going to take a look at that lip. Hopefully the cut man can do his thing and just make sure that it doesn't continue to bleed and provide further adversity for him in this fight.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
All right, round two. All right, so as this next round gets underway, hopefully the good action we saw in the last round will continue. Both fighters certainly had their ups and downs, both got the offense going, but now we'll see if one fighter or the other can really take control of what has been a very close fight thus far. Oh, huge kick to the body. That can't feel good. Make the bad man stop. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on.
Big knee.
Well, now you see some big connection right there. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he is on Beach Street right now. He's seeing Tweety Bird over the top of his head. You take a hook like that, you are on wobbly legs.
All right, he's got him in the north-south position now. I know the crowd thinks it's funny when this happens, but if you're the bottom fighter, nothing funny about it.
It's not funny. This is not a fun position to be in fighting. You've got to try and change it immediately because you are carrying someone's weight, whether it's their bottom half weight or the top half. You are carrying their weight, whether you got their armpit in your face or you got their legs over the top of you. It is not comfortable. So you need to be trying to move, make them make a decision, a determination as to what they're trying to accomplish, and then you try and counter it.
Well, you know this is the hurt business, and both guys are compromised at this stage of the fight.
Yeah, both guys are compromised. Both guys have been beat up. Both guys have done a great job of landing, recognizing what they wanted to get done, and it's showing. This is a very evenly matched fight. Nice inside trick there. Oh, that was nice. Oh, gotta be careful there, yep.
Looks like someone took a red Sharpie to his side. A lot of bruising courtesy of those body strikes.
So big kicks, big punches. He's doing everything he told us he intended to do to slow this guy down. And you can see his opponent starting to really be labored in most of his movements.
While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Pineda.
And another one. Another strike from the top. Lands for him.
Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. Closes the gap and gets the single collar time there. Pineda's eye is closing up now. Not good for him. Just over 2 minutes now to go in the round.
Great job landing that body kick. It got checked.
So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round one, a little bit of a feeling out process. Now he has clearly found his rhythm, found the range. We'll see if he can continue with more activity here in round two. We'll see if he has any response here. His opponent continues to land. A lot of swelling upstairs.
Well, you got to move your head. You've got to be preemptive. You cannot... Oh! You heard him real bad.
They're trading huge shots here. We'll see who's the last man standing.
Oh! Big elbow. He just heard him with a left hook. Yep.
All right, so he continues to land a high volume of strikes. You know, sometimes when you play basketball, you're in the zone. This dude's in the zone.
This guy's throwing his basketball in the midst of the ocean. He can't miss with anything that he throws. Every kick lands. Every punch lands. He is just outclassing this guy on the feet. You have got to find a way.
Trying to get the head kick home, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad. Nice leg kick. That one landed clean.
Jones' shot is blocked. All right, well, that he's got one here. Oh, he gets the takedown late in the round here, DC. That could be pretty useful when it comes to the scorecards, potentially.
Very useful when it comes to the scorecards, but also a testament to his conditioning and his cardio to still be throwing takedown attempts at the end of rounds instead of when he's fresh.
Tries to mix in a takedown here. Round 3 coming up next. Great high output fight thus far. Both fighters incurring damage. Seems like whoever can dig deeper is probably going to win.
Yeah, it's going to come down to who's tougher. You know, when you have an evenly matched fight like this, a war, you don't know who's going to get their hand raised. Both of these men have fought beautifully tonight, and both have had their moments.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Round 3 of a possible 5. Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here. Man, look what that one body shot did to his opponent.
That shows the power in the placement. It was placed perfectly, and now he's got his opponent hurt.
All right, so the cut really starting to open up wider now, and you gotta credit this striker for continuing to attack that area.
Just knowing the target, knowing what he's supposed to do, and doing it as effectively as he is right now. This guy's tremendous.
Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range. Back and forth we go. It takes 2 to tango, and man, have these two individuals tangoed tonight. I might run it back at some point, no matter how this one ends.
It's one of those fights where when you look at these two and the damage on their faces, the work that they have both put in, you realize and you appreciate what these fighters do inside the octagon. They're both hurt. They're both beat up. And both of these guys have shown a tremendous amount of resilience to put themselves in position to win this fight.
Oh, good job defensively there to block the strike by Pineda. Nicely done there to keep his hands up and block that strike. He's got to protect that cut if he wants to keep the doctor out.
He's got to protect the cut, John, but he's also got to be very aware, because if he's got a smart opponent, the opponent's going to start finding the body now because he knows the hands are really...
Well, that swelling is getting out of control to that end. You see the referee has paused the action, likely to call on the doctor. We'll see if this fight can continue, champ.
Well, it's so noticeable. You got to check on it. You got to make sure that this fighter is able to continue.
The fighter trying to state his case to stay in the fight. It looks as though the doctor's going to allow him to continue, at least for now.
Yeah, but he's got to make some adjustments. He's got to keep his hands up, and he's got to keep his head off the center line.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, so some pretty significant adversity here, but the fight is going to continue. The doctor has left, and the ref gets us back underway.
Gets us right back underway, and it doesn't seem like that.
That's a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Big right hand. Just misses with the straight right. Well, the left hook has been there at times, not that time. Oh, he's got the single collar locked in the clinch now. Keeps going back to that jab, keeps throwing that jab, but unable to land. Big shots being landed on both sides here. Oh, he just can't. Oh! And